Welcome to Egoli Gas. Please pay careful attention during this video. It might save your life. So, let's get started with the procedures. Our induction training is required for anyone entering the premises. Please pay attention during the induction process, as you will be required to adhere to the safety rules and regulations of the company. Emergency procedure. In the event of an emergency such as gas leaks, fire, a bomb threat, riots, and natural disasters. In these events, report to your health and safety representative, while the appointed emergency fire marshals and fire controllers take control of the emergency situation. And be sure to report any emergency to 011-726-4702. And remember to remain calm and use the safest exit nearest to you following the emergency walkway to the emergency evacuation assembly points nearest to you. Ensure you report to the person or persons taking the roll call. Take note of our emergency utilities. Fire extinguishers and hydrants are situated at strategic points. They are indicated by signage on the walls and walkways. Firefighting equipment should only be used what they are made for. Obstruction of firefighting equipment, first aid equipment, electrical distribution panels and emergency exits is prohibited and should be kept clear at all times in case of emergencies. Safety should be everyone's concern. We need to all work together. Only then can we achieve what we like to call a culture of care. So please, follow all of the safety measures in this induction video. We believe this will help, so that you and those around you can get home safely to their families. Our safety, health, environment and quality policy can be summarized into what we are committed to: the safety, health, and well-being of our employees, customers, contractors, and the community at large. Also, to identify, assess, and manage the health and safety risks to employees, stakeholders, the community, and to the environment. We are also committed to meet and, where appropriate, exceed applicable legislation and safety, health, environment, and quality integrated standards, as well as implementing a quality management system with traceable, transparent, documented, homogeneous, and coherent records. Please take note that the full safety, health, environment, and quality policy is also available on our website and upon request. What are our core values? Communication, giving, receiving and sharing relevant information and knowledge respectfully, honestly, transparently and clearly to ensure understanding. Trust and integrity, believing we are all committed to doing what is best for Egoli Gas and our colleagues by doing the right thing, being honest, truthful, respectful and reliable in our intentions, words and actions. Accountability, taking responsibility and ownership of one's decisions, actions, performance and behavior, ensuring everyone is focused on achieving excellence and success. Teamwork, understanding, supporting and collaboration of ideas by a diverse group of people, laying down their own individual differences, promoting inclusivity and working as one to achieve a common goal. Fairness, treating everyone with respect by ensuring equality in opportunities, workload distribution, recognition and being fair and unbiased in our actions. Safety, creating a safe work environment where people are free from psychological, physical and emotional harm by considering the well-being of others and following precautionary measures, safety practices, standards and operating procedures. On policies, procedures and standards, we all must follow the rules. It could save your life. Supervisors ensure compliance, while executives walk the talk, setting the standard. Communication is vital. Speak up and report incidents. Be your brother's keeper. While supervisors encourage and empower teams, and executives give open and honest feedback. Risk assessment. Everyone should be aware and assess before proceeding with a task. This prevents injuries. Supervisors must provide assurance of risk prevention and create awareness. Whilst executives encourage responsible risk prevention, please implement active participation. If you see it, you own it. Take accountability for yourself and those around you. The right tools, support, and training are provided by supervisors. Executives focus on providing resources and empowering the workforce. It is our responsibility to inform you of certain duties as follows. It is our duty as Egoli gas to, as far as is reasonably practicable, cause every employee to be made conversant with the hazards to his health and safety attached to any work, which he has to perform, any article or substance, which he has to produce, process, use, handle, store, or transport in any plant or machinery, which he is required or permitted to use, as well as with the precautionary measures, which should be taken and observed, with respect to those hazards. It is also our duty to inform the health and safety representatives concerned, beforehand of inspections, investigations, or formal inquiries. There is also the duty to inform a health and safety representative, as soon as reasonably practicable, of the occurrence of an incident in the workplace. Let's take a look at the general duties of an employee. It's the employee's general duty to take reasonable care for the health and safety of himself and of other people who may be affected by his acts or omissions. Also, to cooperate with the employer on any duties imposed to him by the act. Employees must carry out any lawful order given to them and obey the health and safety rules and procedures laid down by his employer or by anyone authorized thereto by his employer in the interest of health and safety. Employees must report any unsafe or unhealthy situations or conditions to the employer or health and safety representative as soon as reasonably possible. Another general duty of the employee is, if he is involved in any incident which may affect his health or which has caused an injury to himself, to report such incident to his employer, or to anyone authorized thereto by the employer, or to his health and safety representative, as soon as practicable, but not later than the end of the particular shift during which the incident occurred, unless the circumstances were such that the reporting of the incident was not possible, in which case he shall report the incident as soon as possible thereafter. And yes, it is everyone's duty to not interfere with, damage, or misuse things. No person shall intentionally or recklessly interfere with, damage, or misuse anything which is provided in the interest of health or safety. Let's look at the rules and regulations regarding general safety. All visitors must report at the security room on arrival. Random body and vehicle searches can be expected on entering or leaving the premises. Your personal items must be declared in place, such as laptops, computers, or tools as an example. All safety signage must be observed and adhered to. Please note, we do not allow firearms or any other weapons. Admission is reserved. No person will be allowed to enter if found under the influence of or possession of any intoxicating or illegal substances. All visitors, employees, and contractors may be breathalyzed on entry as required. We know you love taking pictures, but please be aware that the taking of photographs without prior authorization is strictly prohibited. Please ensure you receive and read your copy of our life-saving protocols. It covers the following topics: risk assessments, road safety, tools, equipment, and machinery, personal protective equipment, lifting operations, permit to work, energy isolation, lockout, and tagging. Confined space entry. Excavations. Working at heights. Management of change. And also, substance abuse. Next up, we look at risk assessments. Please, no work to be carried out without first conducting a proper risk assessment. Such assessment must be completed by a competent person who has been appointed so in writing for safety. Please ensure the site is correctly barricaded and secured before any work is carried out. Always bear in mind pedestrians passing. Note, personal protective equipment is supplied to all employees free of charge, and misuse or mistreatment of it may result in the department taking disciplinary action against such an offender. Contractors, you must supply your own personal protective equipment, and note it is mandatory to wear the appropriate PPE at all times. It protects you against dangers and hazards while working with us on site. It is compulsory to wear flame-resistant overalls when working for or on behalf of Egoli Gas. Contractors must adhere to Egoli Gas's safety, health, environment and quality department's minimum requirements. All contractors must have a compiled safety file with them, with all necessary documentation. What is our smoking policy? Absolutely no smoking is allowed inside buildings or in any doorways. Please, only use designated smoking areas. Also, no smoking in trenches. Take caution when on site. No horseplay or running on premises, please, it's for your safety. Let's look at equipment operation. All employees and contractors operating construction vehicles or equipment must meet our criteria of being medically fit and have a valid license or operating certificate on hand. And hey, hands off the cell phone when operating machines or driving. No walking and talking whilst on your cell phone. When ascending or descending stairways, follow the 3-point contact rule at all times. Keep one foot grounded, one hand on the rail, and your eyes on the path at all time. Never operate equipment or machinery that's damaged. They pose high risks. Hand tools should be used only for the purpose for which they were designed. Inspect your tools regularly for defects. Tools must be in good condition before being put to use. Permit to work. Permits are issued for the following jobs by the authorized person on site prior to the commencement of any work on site, like any form of hot work, working at heights, lifting operations, excavations, or when working in confined spaces. All accidents or incidents are to be reported to your supervisor or safety officer. All examples of safe and unsafe behavior as well as unsafe conditions must be reported to the SHEQ department. We care for the environment. Help save our natural resources, use them sparingly. Switch off lights and equipment when not in use. Prevent wastage, close taps properly. If you find a leaking tap, you need to report it to maintenance. Prevent air pollution. Don't leave vehicles idling without good reason. Don't contaminate storm water or soil by disposing hazardous or toxic material into them. All our hazardous substances on premises have been identified and is available on our SDS or safety data sheets, available from respective departments. Please, practice proper waste management while on site. And remember, good housekeeping is everything in its place, always. Be respectful and keep ablutions and change rooms clean and tidy at all times. Bear in mind that hazardous waste, such as fluorescent tubes and oils, are to be disposed of in the designated waste bins allocated. These items get sent to licensed waste disposal sites. Take note of our disclosure. In the event that an incident occurs like a fatality or extensive damage to property, that no one is allowed to talk to the media except the person appointed by the MD in writing. For hygiene purposes, we ensure that the handrails are cleaned every hour to maintain a high standard of cleanliness. Additionally, sanitizer is provided for use at both the beginning and end of each staircase. The handrails are hygienically clean, and we encourage you to feel free to use them while adhering to the 3-point contact practice for added safety. And remember, if you are unsure of something, or regard it as unsafe, stop, think, ask someone, then act. Thank you for watching the Egoli gas induction video. And please, have an incident-free day. And please, don't forget to sign the register, and be sure you have a copy of our life-saving protocols.